Oh, engine bay is certainly bigger than Catamaran 2's, but it'd be nice to be bigger yet. Right, reasonably windy but not too bad. I'm going to service the gen set which is under there, so that's up the stairs from the front porch. I want the engine out, so I'll have to start it. About 472 engine hours. Flashy light means time for an oil change. Okay, I'll undo the screw here, get the pump up and drain it. Oh, I got the spinnaker and its socket, quite heavy. More room now. Okay, I pumped it into this empty container. It only holds about 2 litres, doesn't take long. Having to warm the engine up slightly made it even easier. Next job, oil filter. Didn't spill too much. Tidy that up, check to make sure the new one fits. Oh, the new one has the same part number. Around here. Now the harder one, diesel filter. Right, we'll access this pore. Trouble with compact things. I think if I take the mount off, maybe the electric pump off, it'll be a lot easier to get to. I'll go get some Allen keys and spanners. Right, well, it's a little bit easier to get to. See how much diesel I can spill out of it though. Right, success. And success. Got some waves coming. Here's the new one, same one. Here's a new washer as well. 2 traps for young players. These nuts are nuts. That comes off, that comes off. The bolts are threaded into there, or cap screws, but this one's longer and it's rubbing on the hose, so we need to swap them over. So the shorter one goes there, the longer one goes here. Don't know why I didn't make them both the same length. Oh, I managed to drop a washer underneath the cover, so we'll get that out. Okay, washer retrieved. There is no power currently on. So here's the connections for a delta or a star, and we have water cooling for the alternator itself, and a rather expensive looking set of circuit boards. Oh, well, it's always better to do things twice, because then you remember. We'll put the cover back on here, we'll put some oil in, oil fill, check the level, give it a run, adjust the level, because of course The oil filter's not full. I'll give it a run. Might take a while to start. Just got to get the fuel filled. Oh, we'll go check the oil level. Oh, tiny bit more. That's a bit noisy without its covers on. Right, apparently to reset the oil flashy light, it's due service because we just serviced it. You hold down the select button when you push on. Look at that. It worked. I'll let it run a little bit. I've got to turn the water heater. Might boil the jug, have a cuppa. I'm running on the generator at the moment, not shore power. Right. Drawing 13 amps, 220 volts, or 228 volts. Oh, well, that's run for a good length of time. Go check for any oil leaks. There shouldn't be any. So the flashy oil change light's gone because we've reset that. And that one is just power. And we will turn off port water heater. Turn off generator feed. And go back to shore power. Transfer on, so we've got two plugs, only one lead, so it transfers the 220 volt shore power to both holes, and off. Much quieter. I'll just check the oil again. It's halfway between low and high, perfect. So we'll just put this engine oil removing pump back in place. It does get in the way of getting to the dipstick. I'll clean around the backing plate on the raw water pump and put soft seal on, so it should stop the similar metals. Right, we'll pop the clamshell back together. Okay, generator sound shell or clamshells back together. Need to pop this spinnaker in. It's bloody heavy. Ideal with used filters is put a glove over it. Let's show you. There we go, all sealed up. Well, literally dumped in. Put the spare boat hook in there. Okay, no nice. I'm just going to tidy up the tools. Tomorrow, maybe, Yanmar service. At the weekend we couldn't get this, which is the end of the washdown hose, into its receptacle, which I think's got a valve in it, but I think it's stuck. Here's the other side of it, and looks like we've got fresh water supply and salt water supply, but the stopcock goes to here, so I suppose here is that and here is that. So I haven't got the salt water pump on, so we'll go up to what's probably salt water. And with a bit of judicious hammering, got it in. so it's on salt water circuit, pump's not on, so no water, and down selecting fresh water. Good. Oh, might be on a winner. Okay, let's. Yep, working. We've got plenty of fresh water, so. Oh, that was an easy fix, it just took a hammer. What's the saying? Hammer's the only tool you need, and every tool's a hammer. This is a proper one. It's about 6:15, so a little bit of a southwest blowing, not much, and looking across the harbour, Skull Creek over there. Had Catamaran up in there a few times. I'm sure we'll get WAKAWAKA in. Should still float at low tide if you're in the channel. And down along Manganese Point, Mount Mania, the hills at Bream Head and Mount Aubrey in the distance. Right, well, the oil filter was reasonably easy to loosen. This one's proved to be bloody tight, which is the secondary fuel filter, but we're finally winning. I wasn't sure I was going to. Well, now we've proved we can loosen the filters. I'll pull the dipstick, just down there, and pop the suction oil removal apparatus on. It's not a perfect seal, but it is working. Tube wouldn't fit over, and I couldn't make it seal properly. Managed to get the wee one down. It just takes a lot longer. So we are winning. We're up to the first rung. While that's happening, let's change the secondary fuel filter. Okay, I've smeared a little bit of oil around the O-ring. We'll take the other one off, put the container underneath to catch any diesel. Primary fuel filter water separator. I've dropped the protective tin off. The idea of these is they're not fire susceptible. Boy, rainfall type ones are easy. Okay, it's off. Here it is. So I've drained out of the water trap, no water, and now the rest of the filter, good clean diesel. So here's the water sensor, you get water in the fuel. Expensive Yanmar parts, but I'll give it to Yanmar with the seal being right beside the drainage holes. We didn't actually have oil going everywhere, which is very novel for changing a horizontally positioned oil filter, I think. Oh, still waiting for the oil to drain through that small tube. Of course, if the engine was hot, it would be quicker, and then everything else would be more difficult. I suppose I can put that primary fuel filter water separator on, even if I can't put the base on. engine bay is certainly bigger than Catamaran 2's, but it'd be nice to be bigger yet or be completely open. So it's not easy in here, but we're winning. So there's the diesel out of the primary filter, nice and clear. We've got the new sensor, so we'll be able to install that over here. And the oil's finally out of the engine, so we will be able to put new oil in. The Admiral and mate Stuart were here for lunch, which was great, and I've just been on the phone with a mate of mine who is thinking of shifting his boat here from Marsden Cove, so it'll be nice if he feels that is the thing to do. Right, well, back to work. Oh, I took it off. Install that. We'll fill up with diesel. Reinstall it. Right, it's on. I'll just use the manual pump. I'll see if there's any leaks before I put the steel underbody protection on. Okay, done. I'll check the water strainer. It's clear. Oh, that's the noise of the oil being out. Took a while because it's a small tube. Okay, apparently 5.5 litres. Oh, that's 5 litres. Of course, the oil filter's not full. It's just below complete full. We don't get all the oil out, of course, with the suction pump. I think that'll do, and we'll start the engine in a minute. Let the oil circulate and then measure again. Right, well, that'll do. Okay, no leaks. All good. Well, one side done. Took half a day. I'm sure experts can do it way quicker than me. Okay, next one. I've disconnected the tie bar. Gives me a bit more room to get my tiny body in and out. Okay, port engine. Of course, everything is on the same side or the opposite side of the engine bay. So everything's down here. Fuel filter, oil filter, primary oil water separator. Here's the rake for the gen set, which is all looking nice and clean. Coolant, raw water strainer. This is the bag that holds the washdown pump hose, and up here somewhere there's the bilge blower, which is not working. Got the oil draining. I'm going to have to do all of this crouched over the engine, so first up is the secondary fuel filter, which is loosened. New one's there. That's the oil filter done. Primary filter next, taking much more care of the wires, and the rate limiting step is getting the oil out. Once again, no water, and we seem to have avoided damage here. Just leaving, of course. Reverse is not much fun on a single screw boat. Okay, filter's all done, and just need to wait for the engine oil to completely go. Okay, the oil's out because it's bubbling. Just seen that I didn't reconnect the earth cable. Better do that. I suppose the technical term is the bonding cable, so it's now reconnected. Okay, 5 litres of oil. Just find the other side. I've checked the dipstick, just about the full mark. And the other thing I'll be careful of is leaning over the engine. We can push on this, and that turns it off. So I'm going to make sure it goes back to the on position. Right, all done. Thank goodness. It's Thursday morning. It's supposed to be lighter winds today. I think that's the boat that was beside Catamaran 2 last winter. Our lawns are finally looking good. It's been dry enough to mow it. So here's the safe and the seat at the saloon table. It was full of spares, so that is a valuable treasure, but I really don't think it's necessary, and I've got better things to do with the storage space. So let's see if we can remove it. Right, it's out. This board can come out. Now, of course, it's probably stuck down with 291, but let's try brute force. Right, it took a bit of hammering and levering, but there she is. So I suppose we have a sample of the laminate now. So it'll take soft drink bottles on end and plenty of storage. Much more sensible putting galley stuff in here rather than spares that are used once a year. It's pretty calm now, so I think we can have a go at fixing the front of the stack pack. As you can see, the batten keeps trying to come out, so we'll sew the front closed and then worry about the line to hold it up. I don't have a grommet that I can put in here, but I heated up the fid, passed it through, and should do the job. Well, it should be helpful. Fairly sure I'm going to end up tightening up the topping lift and just lifting the boom a wee bit higher, because that's probably one of the reasons why the main halyard winch struggles so hard towards the end, as the boom when we're sailing sits higher than this. And I can easily reach the top of the stack pack at the moment, but I'll do that when we're sailing, because A, the load will be off the topping lift, and we can also make sure it's loose enough it's not interfering with the set of the mainsail. I think I need to scrub the decks again, so I've made a bit of mess, but equally this is just stuff that's been blown over the road, so we won't do the whole boat, just the cockpit.